There are moments in life when everything feels like it's falling apart. Dreams fade, plans fail, hearts break. And in those moments we wonder, God, where are you? But what if I told you that sometimes the breaking isn't the end? What if it's the beginning? What if your breaking is actually your blessing in disguise? See, in our world, we value strength. We celebrate the ones who hold it all together, who push through the pain, who keep going no matter what. But God works differently. God often meets us in our weakness. He doesn't wait for us to be perfect. He comes close when we're broken. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Friend, your breaking is not proof that God left you. It might be proof that He's drawing closer than ever before. Let's look at Jesus. On the night before His crucifixion, He took bread, He blessed it, and then He broke it. Only after it was broken did He give it to the disciples. Blessed, broken, given. And that's how God works with us. He blesses us, He allows us to be broken, and then in His timing He gives us out to serve, to love, to shine. Look, you might be in the middle of the breaking right now. You might be facing loss, failure, rejection, or pain you can't even put into words. But I want to gently remind you, God is still at work. You may not see it yet, but there is beauty in surrender. When we finally let go of what we can't control, we open our hands for God to fill them with something better. Here's a story that might help. A woman once said, "I prayed for strength, and God gave me trials to grow strong. I prayed for peace, and He gave me moments where I had to trust Him in chaos. I prayed for faith, and He led me through the unknown, where I had no choice but to depend on Him." Sometimes the answer to your prayer comes wrapped in a season of breaking, because it's in those places where we stop trying to do everything on our own, and we finally surrender. And when we surrender, something powerful happens. God steps in. He takes our broken pieces, our confusion, our disappointment, our heartache, and He makes something beautiful. Isaiah 61:3 says God gives us beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. But notice, ashes come first, mourning comes first, heaviness comes first. Then comes the blessing. Jesus surrendered everything, not just on the cross, but every day of His life. He said in Luke 22:42, "Father, not my will, but yours be done." That's surrender. And if Jesus, the Son of God, modeled surrender for us, then surely we can trust that surrender is not weakness. It's power under God's control. It's saying, God, I don't have all the answers, but I trust you do. Sometimes we fight so hard to hold things together. We cling to relationships that are hurting us. We stress over plans that aren't working. We try to carry burdens God never asked us to carry. And He gently whispers, let go, surrender, I've got you. But we're afraid. What if it hurts? What if I lose something? What if it doesn't go the way I hoped? Friend, hear this. Surrender is not giving up. It's giving it to God. And when you do, you'll find peace. Not because the storm stops, but because you're no longer trying to control it. There is blessing in the breaking. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, falsely accused, thrown in prison. But in that brokenness, God was preparing him to save a nation. Ruth lost everything, her husband, her home, her security. But in her surrender, God brought redemption. Paul was beaten, shipwrecked, imprisoned. And yet he said in 2 Corinthians 12 verse 10, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." God does not waste your pain. He doesn't overlook your tears. He gathers every broken piece and creates a testimony. So what does surrender look like in your life? Maybe it's letting go of a plan that isn't working. Maybe it's forgiving someone who hurt you. Maybe it's trusting God with your finances, your future, your health. It could be something simple like praying this prayer, God, I surrender. Not my will, but yours. I don't understand it all, but I trust you with it all.